Yep, beans and bullets are great, but if you're bleeding out, it ain't going to help you. Hey guys, T2 out here, Titan Preparedness Channel. So about 2 weeks ago, I put out a video on the truth about this upcoming civil war. And in my video, I stated that I don't believe that a war is happening, that it's just fear-mongering and it's fear porn brought on by both the news media and these prepping channels. So I got a lot of hate on that video. I had people telling me that I was part of the problem. I had people telling me that I was part of Antifa. I had people telling me that I was a left-winger snowflake butterfly. Don't ask me. I don't know what the... Anyway, I had people telling me, good luck, that my vote is going to count for Joe Biden. I had people telling me all sorts of kind of crap. Also got called a racist, but you know, I'm white, so that's an everyday thing. There was so much hate on that video because I wasn't out here, number one, calling people out, and number two, promoting fear porn. I was telling people, listen, you should probably prepare for the earthquake, the fire, the tornado that's going to happen long before this civil war. Now, we have, what, a week and a half until the election, so what if I'm wrong? What if I'm dead wrong about this civil war that might come? What are some items that you need before next week, the week after? What are some items that you can still pick up or still find that you're going to need in case this does turn deadly, in case it does become a civil war? Now, again, it's not going to, but let's just pretend. Let's take the trip down the rabbit hole. The first item that I would recommend that you have is something that money cannot buy. It's something that takes years and years and years to collect, to get. And that is friends. Some of y'all people out there need some good friends because you being keyboard warriors. Anyway, you need friends. You need places to go in case it does turn deadly. You need friends who live outside of town or away from town or 30 miles away, where you can call them up and go to their house and hold up for at least a couple of days. Protests, the riots, yes, they're going to happen if you do live in the city. Find a way out of said city. Me and my friends, when we get together, somehow every conversation becomes the zombie apocalypse or becomes how we would prepare for this or how we would prepare for that. Sit down with them and talk about what could happen in the next 2 weeks and even thereafter. Number two, if there is a civil war, the food production and food supply chain could be interrupted. Have some food. You can still go down here to Walmart, you can still go to Sam's Club or Costco or whatever and find all sorts of kind of food because the supply chains have rebuilt. We saw it earlier this year where people were panic buying and going out and buying up cases and cases and cases of different foods, leaving the shelves bare. Go out right now and pick up a couple weeks, a couple months worth of spare food. If this thing does occur, yep, it could affect the supply chains, it could affect the meat markets, it could affect the fish markets, it could affect your local grocery store. Number three, medical. Not boo-boo and ouchie kids. Good, actual medical gear. Coflex, rolled gauze, Z-gauze, combat dressings, 5x9s, 4x4s, medical tape, SAM splints, your compression wraps. Understand, in the first Civil War, 600,000 people were injured or killed? Our weaponry has obviously evolved since days of musket balls. So there is a chance where you could be involved, you could be injured, you could essentially become a field hospital in your front yard because the wars went past your house. Take care of your family. Make sure you have good medical supplies on hand. Yep, beans and bullets are great, but if you're bleeding out, it ain't going to help you. Number four, have a plan. In the last video, I talked about how if you live in a city that's had a riot in the last 6 years, you may want to leave that city, at least on election night and a couple days after. I would still stick with that and then have a plan past that. have some place to go. Again, let's go back to having friends. Go to their house, hang out. I know there's a lot of people who plan on, I'd bug out to the woods. Okay, the first Civil War lasted for 4 years. How are you going to survive in the woods for 4 years? If that's your plan, good luck to you. Because good luck. You're not going to make it. Now, number 5 is, of course, firearms and ammunition. If you don't have one yet, best of luck to you. Chances are most of y'all won't be involved in a civil war. Now, I know there's some keyboard patriots out here that I'd stand up for my country, but yet you're not serving in the military. Weird. And these are the same people that think they're going to be on the front lines. Truth is, most people won't be involved if a war did kick out. For the last 15 years, we've been at war over in the Middle East. You ask any American, hey, where's your son at? Where's your troops at, huh? They couldn't even show you on a map. They'd be like, somewhere over here. They couldn't pinpoint where their troops were at. Their sons, their daughters, their family members, their kid that they went to high school with, off somewhere over in the Middle East, they have no clue. And the truth is, most of us would not be involved in a civil war. Yes, fights would break out. Yes, some cities would be attacked. Yes, some areas would be known battlegrounds. But for the most part, most of y'all would live your daily lives just as you are now and only be affected by the war if it affected your life personally. You might go to work one day and then go on a lockdown because fights are breaking out in the middle of the streets. You might go to the store one day and they be out of meat products because side A or side B blew up the meat industry. You might go to fill your gas tank up. Sorry, no gas today because some DA done decided to blow up the pipeline. But most of y'all day-to-day lives will not be affected. Most people back during the first one were not affected. And they were only affected when it came to their town or when the war came through their streets. Firearms and ammunition. In the first video, I said don't waste your money on them. And I still stand by that. You should have them already. If you don't, best of luck to you. Here it is a week and a half before the election. Good luck finding them. Maybe you can buy a weapon off your buddy. Maybe you can buy it off of so-and-so from your work. But good luck finding them in stores. Might you need them? It depends on where you live. You're probably going to need a weapon for a civil war about as much as you need one for home defense. They're not a waste of money, but when you go out here and you spend $3,000 on an AR, that's a waste of money when your pantry is empty. For that same $3,000, you could go out here and buy something else and tons more ammo. So yeah, again, don't waste your money on them. Be smart about your purchases. This video is probably going to get a bunch of dislikes as well. I don't care. I'm not out here promoting bullshit. I'm out here talking the truth and people are getting mad. Unless you live in a city that's getting the protests, the riots, the election's going to come, the election's going to go, and it's not going to affect you. Even if a civil war breaks out, it probably still won't affect you. The chances of me going to my neighbor's house and going, well, you voted the wrong way. You voted against me. I'm going to blow your house up. Probably not going to happen. But all-out civil war, again, not going to happen. This video was a shoot down the rabbit hole, and that's just surface level. Have some friends, find some ammo, find some guns if you can, buy some food and buy some medical supplies, and have a place to go. Living in the woods is not a good place to go. Alright guys, be sure to hit that dislike button, or, maybe this little like button over here. But I hope y'all have a good day, and good luck to you for the next 2 weeks. Alright guys, that's all I got. T2 out.